I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting for. Gon' run from nothing, dog. Get your soul, just tell them ain't late.
Haley, if you're watching this, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you.
Arg, 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 arg.
But normally we do have a Celsius, but today it's a pumpkin cream cold brew. A freaking.
See, I had it here, but it really bugged me because I've never done that.
Dude, but it looked good. We're bringing back the far part, okay? Did you see our post? Like, all the pictures from the Rdparty was, our hair was over like this.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, biggest confidence boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, we're in my car because this is our life currently.
That's our life.
There's a UPS drop-off receipt right here. So this is the season finale of season 1. We're planning season 2. We've got a lot in plan. That's why we're not also like making it a big thing. We're recording on our phone in the car.
We're gonna do a lot of new things.
Yes, and like we wanted this first season to see how well we could actually stick into the podcast.
We did pretty well until the end, but it's fine. We got it.
Yeah, we got
have
11
a life,
episodes so far. So this will be number 12, and right. I think.
I don't know.
And it's either 11 or 12. And so we got a lot of plans for season 2. But,
stay tuned.
yeah, stay tuned to that. I was thinking about this on the way here. Is acoustics, like, the same thing as, like, because, like, my car's really, really good at, like, sounding out things. Not sounding out. Like, pull. Like, it's really good at, like, masking sounds. It's, like, soundproof. So, like, is that the same thing as acoustics?
I don't know.
Okay. Lexi's pissed off, y'all. Lexi's mad. I'm mad too, but, you know, we were gonna... Not this one. Can we do a different one? Let's see.
I like down on the beach.
Eh.
Oh.
I'm a 6-string, 6-pack, gate down, park back on some no-name road. Yeah, you're a 2-piece umbrella drink, sun sinking down on some white sand coast. Whoa, as quick as you came, you probably be gone. You probably got better things going on, but you can steal my summer. Yeah, steal a kiss in my favorite fake Ray-Bans, 'cause I don't wanna waste another. Every sun-soaked second, baby, wreck my plans. 'Cause I wanna hold you, even if you're slipping through my fingers like sand. Girl, if you wanna, yeah, you can steal mine, you can steal mine, you can steal my summer.
Okay. That's really funny, actually.
That's bad.
Basically,
So sorry,
that was a
Mike.
precursor to recapping our best weekend ever.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying that, bro. Like, I told her this morning, I think it's going to be very, very hard to top that. Like,
Yeah.
very hard. Like, while the Rdparty was where it was at, we just had, like, a really good weekend. And purpose of it was girls' weekend because, A, our lives are crazy. B, we never know when Lexi won't be able to party like that. So, you know, we want to take advantage of the time that she can. C, I can't normally party like that, but somehow we did. And
Somehow we did.
we pulled it off. I went to a Russell Dickerson concert like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, this was the best time ever. And I was by myself up against the stage, and it was like literally the best experience of my life. And Lexi was like, I don't really like concerts, so like I don't really think I'd like it. And then
I didn't. That's not the reason I didn't go.
not to that one. No, not to that one. But ended up going, I had a great time. My husband, on the other hand, probably begs to differ on that. But anyway, I was like, I want to go to another one. Well, I was telling Lexi, me and Chance had this cruise booked, and we were like, you know, the people that we were going to go with, like, couldn't end up going, so we were trying to find people to go with, and Lexi was like, oh, well, I'll talk to Chase after we get back from California, and we can make it, like, our girls' trip, and, like, the guys can hang out and do whatever, and, like, that can be our girls' trip. And I was like, okay. So she comes back, and I was like, okay. That day, I think it was, that you had ended up talking to Chase, Russell put out this, like, sweepstakes.
That, we were still in California.
Oh, when the sweepstakes thing happened?
We were driving to Malibu, I remember, because you were texting me.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a sweepstakes that came out and it was like the November 4th show, which is in Dallas, and it was like you get like all inclusive everything, like plane tickets, hotel stay, everything. So I was like, okay, look, if we go on the cruise together, this can be girls' trip, and then we'll win we'll win the RD tickets, and we'll go and do that, and like that can be it. But then, if Chase says no to the cruise, then we're gonna get VIP tickets to. And I'm not spoiling how much they were. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want everybody else doing it.
Yeah, no.
I'm gatekeeping that shit.
You're not. Don't look it up.
Well, now they're going to.
Don't do it. No.
Don't do it.
No. Yeah. So it was in Kansas City, but it was like when we talked about it, it was like 2 weeks away.
But we were gonna originally just go to the Dallas one in November, and then Chase was like, "Well, I'd rather you get it over with sooner rather than later." Done. Let's go. So next weekend.
Yeah, we saw the Kansas City one, and it's closer, and it's a really easy drive, and we know Kansas City, and our sister-in-law lives over there. So
free lodging. Thankful for that. If you're listening, Maria,
thank you.
We
so
appreciate
much.
you. Anyway, so yeah, we planned that. We planned our outfits, got all the things down, and honestly, I was not expecting it to go as well as it did. Like, it was just like literally the best thing. I love that. Okay, so like, I'm a freak. I love him anyway, but Lexi was like slight freak. Also,
Here's
it's
the thing.
raining. Also,
I
it's raining.
can't. Yeah, sorry, but we can't control the weather.
You can't?
No.
Okay.
I can only be a freak for certain. Yeah, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
At least I thought, because he's my one and only. But this man hasn't produced any music for a long time.
He's too busy looking like a pajama freak coming up to Haley's fucking. Oh.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I would too.
Hey, listen. I think I really want to hone in on the. We love Jesus, but we cuss just a lot.
I really like Justin Bieber, and nobody can top him. But at this point, Russell's getting up there.
Here's the deal. Also, it's like it's not like you like Justin Bieber, like you would probably marry him. I just want to be Russell Dickerson's friend. Like, I told Chance, I was like, look, like, if him and his wife were not like in the spotlight whatsoever, and like they lived here, like I feel like we would be friends with them. We have very similar beliefs.
They seem real cool.
They are very cool people. Lexi said that him and I are very similar in like the energy aspect. Like, just like, what's the word for that? Like, not outgoing, but like just always down to
crazy.
Have a good time. Okay, that too. I mean, if you follow him on Instagram, he is absolutely insane at his
Life of
shows.
the party.
Life of the freaking party. And that's honestly a compliment.
Kaylee said, I think, on the podcast with him, that, I think it was on her podcast, or on her Instagram, somewhere, that he doesn't know a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true.
Dude, even after us meeting him, oh, yes.
That's true.
So, like, yes, while I think that he is an attractive man and his music makes him even more attractive, I think I love Kaylee more than him. I love them. I love their life.
We love them.
Yes.
Together.
Yes. Respect the Kaylee queen. Okay? Queen. But also we've heard that she's just, like, they are the most down-to-earth, genuine people. Like, they are exactly like they are on social media, and it's not all a show. And I love that. I love that they are so, like, real and genuine. And, like, I think that because he's not, like, super big, I think that he's able to stick to those roots.
We say that, but I mean, to me, I've always known his name.
Yeah.
Before I freaked out, like, really liked him.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody else didn't, but
yeah,
I knew yours and every little thing. I was obsessed with those songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yours came out right after I graduated.
Where you at, people that don't know these songs?
Where you at, Ryan? I know you're thinking it. I know you're thinking it. Yep, I'm thinking it too. Anyway, here we go. So we left Friday. We had this whole weekend planned. We went to, we were going to go to the Melting Pot. And
Well, hold on.
Oh?
We stopped here. We stole one of the green chairs from the salon.
Mm-hmm.
And fit it in Tessie back here.
Yeah, in our TikTok video, go check it out. You can see it in the back.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, she was there. We fit her in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and the girls definitely looked at us like we were weirdos.
Yep, they watched.
Stealing a chair.
Yep, they tried to, like, watch us the whole time we were putting it in and definitely made fun of us.
But that's fine. Yeah, and then we headed out.
Yep. But I had gotten a hat. I was wearing overalls, and I had gotten a trucker hat, and was it you that told me I looked like a train conductor? Yeah, fuck you for that. And, anyway, I was looking forward to the weekend because, like, obviously, like, spending time with Lexi, like, I know we gotta prioritize our relationship outside of the salon. And I had this, like, thing in my head. I was like, we're not gonna talk about the salon at all this weekend. Like, at all.
That's fine.
Disclaimer, we didn't at all. And it was surprisingly not that hard.
But when we were driving to get on the interstate, you were like, oh, nope, not gonna say that. And I was like, what? You're like, I was about to say something about the salon, but I realized I couldn't.
Like, we hadn't even talked about that. Like, we hadn't even talked about, like, not talking about the salon, but, like, we knew, you know. Anyway, so we were planning on getting there and going to the melting pot and doing all kinds of shopping. I wanted a pair of Levi's really bad, you know.
Did not succeed in that.
No, did not. So.
Well, because we got there around, like, 5:30, had reservations for the melting pot at 6:15. Thought the mall was going to stay open till 9, because that's what the internet said, but it didn't. They, like, closed at 7.
Yeah, because apparently then the area is so bad that it closes at 7. So everything was closed. So we decided to go to Target, and we were asking the waitress, we asked our sister-in-law, like, where is the nicest Target? Like,
we didn't really listen to them, though.
No.
We went to a different one.
We went to Oak Park, which the one in Oak Park, if you're not familiar with it, is the one where that girl got kidnapped, and they made a whole documentary about it. Totally forgot about it until our sister-in-law, Maria, said something about it.
She's like, yeah, don't go to that one.
Don't go to that one. And we were like, well, that makes sense. There was only one door. Most Targets up there have 2.
Only one door.
There was only one door and there was nobody in there.
That's not what I realized.
And also, it was like the shittiest Target I've ever been in my life. And it's right next to a mall in Kansas City.
A big mall.
Yeah. So, bougie.
I don't know. It's okay.
It's
fine.
So we went home and went to bed at like a decent time. Like it was 10 o'clock. And then the next morning we had a photo shoot. You might have seen some of that on Instagram. We booked a studio and...
It just happened to be right next to the venue.
Oh,
KC
gosh,
Live.
I forgot about that, yeah.
And so we were a little early. And we saw Russell's van, or
Tour
RV,
bus, yeah.
tour bus. So we went around and we were like, well, you definitely thought that was him. But
I definitely thought,
I
I think that's him. I know it's a black one. I know it's a black one. And, because, like, he posts pictures in the thing. And so I was like, these roads are blocked off or whatever. And, like, definitely saw a bus there, and it was parked right next to Casey Live, so I figured, you know, whatever. But I also knew that he always gets out of his bus and, like, walks around and, like, or does a run or whatever, just from what I've seen. And, like, not that I would go up to him, because I don't think I would. I would be like, but, completely starstruck. Also, I don't know.
Then we parked at the parking lot of the studio.
We did a live.
Did our
while
makeup.
we were getting makeup done. Did the photo shoot. It was great. It was a fun time. It was awesome.
Really fast, though.
Really
2
fast.
hours was not enough.
Yeah, 2 hours was not enough. It definitely went by super, super fast, but we got some good-ass content from it. So stay tuned for that, too, because we got some little things up our sleeves for our personal brands. And so then we were like, well, we were going to go shopping in between the photo shoot and when we had to be at the venue. And I don't know what led us over there, but...
You led us over there.
Okay, make it seem like I'm the freak, why don't ya?
You were driving.
I guess.
But you just started going and I said, you're going to the venue, aren't you? And
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, so I knew that there was places to eat inside of Casey Live.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we can just have lunch over there. And then as we're walking out of the freaking parking garage, I see his tour bus and it says Rdparty on the back. So I knew it was him. And then, of course, this guy has lawn chairs sitting out like that he's about to just have a little throwdown while he's like getting ready for the show tonight. So, anyway, we go inside. They're setting up the concert, whatever. And
so we just watch them set up while we eat our trash can nachos.
They were so good. They were so good. So then we saw the guy pull in with the merch, and if you didn't see my story, I was like dead set on getting one of these jackets. And they are signed jackets, and there's only 75 of them, and they only take 5 to each show. And we got 2 of them.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's another story. So, anyway, comes time for us to, like, let's go do something else. We can't sit here. It's really hot, like, whatever.
Yeah, we were dying.
So we go back to the car and we go in supercharge for a little bit because, you know, that's how I got to do it now instead of getting gas. So we go and do that. Well, it was at a Hy-Vee, so we decided, let's just walk in the Hy-Vee bathroom and go get changed. So definitely got some stairs on that one.
It's all right.
We went and changed in a Hy-Vee. And then we headed back to the parking garage and got, like, our makeup finished and then, like, did our hair and, like, literally, like, nothing productive. Like, we didn't go shopping at all. I mean, I
We
guess
tried to ride the scooters around the venue, but they said don't ride it on the sidewalk, and there was a lot of people on the street, so we didn't want to get hit.
I don't know, because I'm like, they were parked on the sidewalk.
But then it said don't ride them.
But then also I've seen them, I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you ride them on the sidewalk? Do you ride them on the street? Because that shit scares me.
I don't know. I was scared, so I said, let's not do it. But they still charged me $3. I saw that.
I did too, yeah, I saw
So
that.
that's cool.
So,
$3 not ride.
Yeah, it was like for half a second. So anyway, then we go and line up at the VIP tent, and there was these two girls there, and they were standing there, and we were like, oh, let's talk to them, whatever. Or maybe they talked to us first. I don't know.
No, I went to go throw away our drinks, and you had just started talking to them, and I was like, okay, you made friends.
Oh, I guess I did. I don't know. And so, yeah, we started talking to them, and they ended up being the best time. Like, we had the funnest time with all four of us. So they were the first people in the VIP line, and then we were the second. And so we went in, and we were, like, standing there, and basically me and Lexi originally had it planned where he was going to write out something for us to get a matching tattoo. So, if you don't know the story, I have to tell this story real quick. My therapist, shout out to Chad, and he told me the story one time about how you have to, like, view people in your life as bodies of water. Like, if you look at, like, for example, like a stream, right? It's very shallow, like, or like what they call a creek. It only comes when it needs to or when it wants to. Like, you look at people like bodies of water. A lake, it's very big, but it's not infinitely deep. Like, you know, all the things.
There's an end to it, for sure.
Yeah, there's an end. Not necessarily an end to a friendship, but as far as, like, the vastness and the complexity of it. Like, it's not as big as an ocean. Well, you know, he, as in Chad, told me, like, you know, sometimes you really want your partner to be your ocean, but sometimes also there's people in your life who are those people for you. So I had this big elaborate, I had already told Lexi, I was like, yeah, like, you're my ocean. Like, cool, right? Well, I had this big elaborate plan to get her one of those, like, what do they call it? Morse code bracelets, like, customized for her wedding. And I was going to get it, like, You're My Ocean customized. And it literally got, like, 30 minutes from my house and then said it was undeliverable. And I was like, you're joking. I ordered this a month ago. But okay. So, anyway, I had to come up with a different plan. So I got her a Morse code bracelet that said sister. Like a freaking weirdo. Anyway, so our plan for the longest time has been, let's do a matching tattoo of You're My Ocean. And, that was our original plan, whatever. I think it still is, right now.
That or Gigi Mag.
Yeah.
I would really like that.
So we were going to have him write it because, like, it would, like, signify that memory for us. And now knowing how the weekend went, like, it would be so perfect if he did that. But when we were standing in the VIP line, the guy was like, yeah, you can't take anything with you.
Yeah.
And so, like, he couldn't even, like, give us an autograph, which I think was, like, pretty dumb. But also, Russell, if you're seeing this, can you please just write You're My Ocean? And if we get one by the time that you already give it to us, like, we'll get another one.
Just mail it to us.
Yeah, just mail it. I'll give you my address if you want it.
But I think the reason is because it takes longer and they wanted it more streamlined.
Yeah, I get it. But still, it sucks. So, anyway, it's starting to rain, so sorry if you hear that. But, so then we see him, and I was like, okay, look, he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
No, like before, we gotta say how we were feeling before. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, details.
Yeah, details.
And we were standing there. We were the second people there. And I was, like, freaking out. My heart was racing.
I'm literally like, what do I do? What do I say?
I know.
I have all this planned out, but I don't think it's
I'm shaking.
Yeah, because you get a picture with him, but I'm like,
what are we going to say to him? How long is it? I don't want to take too long. Because there's a whole line behind us.
Yeah. And then I want to say the right thing, because we also wanted to mention our podcast to him, so he would go home and tell his wifey and say, hey, man, here's Accidentally on Purpose. Can you, So we were
collab,
like, we had two main goals. Our main goal was tattoo Kaylee. Those were our goals. And
Tattoo? No.
Kaylee's still
Done.
a possibility. So, yeah, we're like freaking out, and the girls in front of us, Bianca and Kylie, they went and they did it, whatever, and we sat our stuff down, and like it was kind of like slow-mo, and honestly, like the conversation didn't come back to us until like yesterday.
But not even all of it. Just little parts.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't remember it all.
Yeah, it was definitely like one of those slow motion things. So I was like,
We were like, oh!
No, literally, he's so tall.
He's 6'4".
Literally, he's a
tall.
whole last foot taller than me. Anyway, so like I was like, okay, he's gonna appreciate us being fun and not being like, hi. Like, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna whip out my fun guy things. So I was like, ah! And what did he do back? Ah! He literally did it right back to us, and I was like, ah! Literally love him. And so, like, what did he say after that? He was like, look at you. Like, look at y'all.
Yeah,
or something like
look
that.
at y'all's outfits.
Because we were wearing... Hold on. I gotta show. We were wearing merch, of course. And I was wearing his shirt that I got from Tulsa. I thought I was gonna have to beat an old lady for it, but I didn't. So, I'll show... Let me see. Okay. Let's do this picture because it's super cute. This is our favorite. So there's this. I'm wearing white cowboy boots, some Levi shorts, which are actually relevant to his songs. I couldn't tell you which one right off the top of my head.
She's why.
Yeah, that one. And yeah, because you just told me, I went and listened to it this morning and I was like, oh, Levi's cut off at the thigh. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm wearing a tan shirt and Lexi's wearing his, he released this one after the one that I went to. But anyway, with this like, overlay thing underneath it.
And he was like, oh, this is cute. And I was like,
look,
you touched it.
Yeah. He was like, look at this. I was
like, oh,
cute.
okay.
And, oh my God. I'm freaking out here. And anyway, so like we get a picture with him. Let me show you that.
We can just pop it up on our YouTube.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
They definitely probably can't see that.
Hey, they might be able to. But they said it was going to be a week for us to get it back.
And it only took a couple days.
Oh my God. But anyway, so there it is. So cool, right? Yep, super cool. Like, I was telling Lexi yesterday, I was like, this is real life. Like,
that's real. We didn't.
That's not Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually hugging us, and he's actually smiling. Anyway, so after the picture, I was like, okay, I have to tell you this before we go. And I'm like, just straight up word vomit. Okay.
All I remember, I think, I said, we want your wife.
Did you really?
Yes. But it was because you were like, we have to invite your wife to our podcast. And I was like, yeah, we want your wife.
Yeah, okay, context, because I thought it, like, you just said that. Okay, so, we want your wife. Yeah.
Well, I definitely did just say that because I was trying to. You were talking so much, I just, like, said it in there.
Story of our life. I talk too much. But I was, like, word vomiting. And I was
so I'm hoping he just, like, put it together.
I mean, he probably went to a lot of people that day. But, so I was like, okay, so, word vomit, but, so my name's Alex, her name's Lexi, we're married to brothers and we have our own podcast, and we really want your wife to be on it.
And that's what I said, we want your wife.
He's like, okay, what's it called? I said, Accidentally on Purpose, and it's like, kind of story of our life, like, that's like the whole thing, like, accidentally, he's like, okay, alright, so, Accidentally on Purpose, got it.
Yeah, we're like, got it, okay, fine.
You better remember it. Well, I think he did, because the girls in front of us, Bianca has a tattoo right here, and it says, runs on coffee and red wine. Well, that's from one of his songs. And when he was singing that song in the concert, he came up to her, because we were on the front row. Mm-hmm. He came up to her and sang that line in front of her. So he, like, remembered that she had that.
Podcast.
What? Oh.
That doesn't say podcast, but she'll get it.
Yep.
She asked where we were.
Oh. So anyway, he came up to her and he, like, sang it right in front of her. And I was like, that really shows that he, like, remembers things like that, and he, like, really cares. And, like, on one of the episodes with Kaylee, like, she said, like, they absolutely love it when people come up to them in public and, like, oh my gosh, like, hey, you're Russell Dickerson, or you're Kaylee, like, can I take your picture? Like, they absolutely love that. And I don't know if, like, that's, like, just for clout, like, for them to say that, but I genuinely think that, like, that's real. Like, they really do care like that. So, you know, it's fine. I know everybody in my following's like, if I see one more freaking Russell Dickerson post, like, I'm gonna get so mad. I'm gonna be like, called unfollow, bitch. Okay, unfollow. He has his own highlight on my Instagram now, okay? So, we love Jesus. Anyway, so, what's next? We stood there in line, took a couple shots.
We got there at 4:45, or they let us in at 4:45. We waited until, like, I think it was 5:10, because that was when it ended and all that. And then he came out, like, 5:15, 5:20.
Oh, and he did a Q&A afterwards.
Yes, so we waited till all the meet and greeters, and then...
I went and got the jacket, and Lexi was like, bitch, she's doing a Q&A.
I was so pissed when you walked with one jacket.
And I was like, look, ooh.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Well, there was only 2, and I couldn't, like, not let Bianca get one. Like, that's mean. And I was like, well, if it's worth money one day, and we can split it or whatever. Well, then I said something about the jackets, and then the guy was like, oh, look, y'all got 2 jackets. I think there's only 2 up there. And then Russell was like, oh, I got to sign the other ones.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, because I need one. So I literally said, we were like, she needs one.
Yeah. And so, like, the VIP guy walked out, like, 10, 15 minutes later with 2 of the jackets.
Well, I had gone up there before, because I went to the bathroom. And then I was like, well, maybe they're out there. I'm just going to go talk to the lady. And I was like, hey, you got any more jackets? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, I think Russell's going to sign, like, 2 or 3 more. That's what he said. She was like, oh, okay, I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, then I'll be back. Well, then I start walking, and then you guys are like, he's right there! He's right there!
I said, run.
And I got in trouble for running.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I told you that.
I thought somebody else said that, sorry. I was like, oh, I didn't get in trouble for running, because me and Bianca were running for the Q&A.
Yeah, no, I got in trouble by 2 security guards for running.
Hey, but she got a jacket.
I did. But this lady was walking with his assistant with the jackets, and the apparel lady was like, get in the front of the line so I can ring you up before we even get the jacket. And I was like,
that's the real MVP.
So I tipped her $5.
Yeah, yeah.
So thank you.
Feel that. So anyway, he gets back and he's doing a Q&A, and I realized this. I was like, when he was asking, like, or when somebody asked, like, who would you want to do a, like, single with? Like, who would you want to collab with? I should have been like, your wife! Like, I should have said that. Like, Kane Brown did it. Like, come on, Russell, you do it. You do it.
Kaylee, can you sing?
I think I read somewhere that she has a musical background.
Y'all need to do a collab.
Yeah, yeah.
A song.
Yeah. So, anyway, so we get there, and then, like, this DJ comes out, and the girl next to me on the other side, so it was me, Lexi, Bianca, and Kylie, right? And the girl next to me on this side, apparently her baby daddy was the security guard. And, like, he was the one in some of the videos that's given me a major judgment eye. And he was like, yeah, if you get on Jaime's good side, like, DJ Jaime, if you get on Jaime's good side, he'll give you backstage passes. And I was like, oh, hell, what's that mean? What's that mean? Because I'll get on his good side. What's that mean? And he was like, oh, you know, just, like, dance to his music, whatever. Like, you know, be a vibe. Just be a vibe. Yeah. Bitch, we were a vibe, and we weren't even trying.
Yeah,
like,
we had already made that known. Like, all 4 of us, we were like, we're going to be a vibe.
Everybody was, like, just, like, smiling and, like, partying with us. It wasn't, like... wasn't like the girls behind me, like, I just, like, started dancing with them or whatever, and, like, they were, like, laughing and smiling, like, they were having a good time.
Yeah.
And I just want to, like, go home with the fact that, like, we made that section of the crowd, like, what it was. Because, like, I don't care if it was fake, but...
And let it be known, everybody, that I was on the level of Alex that
Literally,
night.
we walked out of the venue.
If you could imagine.
We walked out of the venue, and Lexi was like, I definitely think I matched your energy tonight. Yes, ma'am, you did. Congrats, you did. Because I was, like, headbanging, and we were just having the best time, and I think that that's, like, what made it so, like, awesome. It's, like, I knew that you weren't faking that. Like, that was, like, genuine fun that you were having.
Yeah.
And so, like, you weren't, like, just standing there like a bump on a log. Not that you have before, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were having a legit time. Like, even the last time we saw him, you were, like, having a good time, but it wasn't like that.
No.
And,
it helped, though, that we were right there.
Yeah. No, it was literally the best time ever.
Because I wanted to be the biggest vibe, so he could literally...
The last one I went to, he called somebody up there because he was like, she's been a vibe the whole night. And I was like, bitch, I'll be a vibe. Come on, let's go. I'll be a vibe.
Well, before he left from the Q&A, I'm pretty sure, like, he said something about, like, being a vibe that night, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna party, like, we got this. And like, he pointed at us, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna be a vibe, we got it.
I think he probably honestly just thought that we were insane.
Probably.
Yeah, because like these crazy people know every word to my songs, and they're freaking out over every song.
That's what you want.
Yeah. Anyway, so what happened next?
Well, we waited from 5:30 all the way to 9 o'clock.
And that's when
For him
Restless
to
Road.
come out.
Well, Restless Road came out.
They came out at 8.
Yeah, and they were, we were trying to be a vibe with them too.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know any of their songs.
I was just trying to sing, acting like I did know the songs.
Yeah. And so then I like tried to give him my phone. Did a AMA on Reddit like a couple years ago. I found the thread, and I was like, "Can you do one of these again, please?"
What was he saying?
Like, people were just asking him stuff, like, what's his
Oh.
favorite song that he sang, and, like, every little thing's one of them. He's like, it's just such a vibe. And I was like, yeah, because, like, I literally have videos of you, like, going like this while you're singing it. Like, it's cool. But, so, when he came out, it was really, really fun. Then Restless Road came back out with them for It's About Time.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. They came back out.
We got that song.
What?
We gotta tell the story.
Of what?
That song, what it says in that song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, so that It's About Time is with Florida Georgia Line. And there's this part where it says, I'm like sitting there singing it. Yeah, no, it's okay.
Off. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's this part where I'm like sitting there singing it while we're getting ready for the photo shoot on Saturday.
We were driving.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm sitting there singing it, and I'm like, hands up like a Baptist choir. And she's like, what?
No, what I said was, this is the only song he cusses in.
Right.
Yeah. And you're like, where does he cuss in it? I thought he saying, bad bitch choir.
Hands up like a bad bitch choir. Oh. And it's like the context of like the oh at the end. You'd be like, oh, Baptist. But I grew up Baptist, so it's like, I know that like that's like, oh, like that's a thing. So like, hands up like a Baptist choir. Like when you said that,
bad
I was
bitch
like, bad
choir.
bitch choir.
Woo!
Hands up like a bad bitch choir. Oh.
You're like, what even is a bad bitch?
Right. What is that? That's us. That is us. In the vibe of us on the front row, we are the bad bitch choir. Okay.
But now I know it is Baptist choir.
Yes. Hands up like a Baptist choir. Oh. Anyway, so what else? He left and it was sad.
Yeah, definitely that post-concert depression kicked in a little bit.
Yeah. But also we were riding the high for a while. Ride away. And we were riding the high for a little bit, and it was great.
What did he do to end? Oh yeah, he came out behind the rail.
The security guard. One of the security guards, he looked like a mob boss. I'm not even kidding you. And his name was Jerry.
And she told him that.
Yeah, his name was Jerry. And I was like, yo, Jerry, you look like... Now, there was alcohol involved. Like, let this not be deceived. There was alcohol involved. I looked at Jerry. I said, Jerry, you look like a mob boss. Like, you just look like one.
And he fist bumped her and he left.
Yeah, he just walked away. And I was like, I definitely just blew his cover. He's like, damn it. Anyway. So, we had a fun time. We were having the best time of our lives before Restless Road even came out. Like,
oh, yeah.
Just with the DJ.
With the DJ, we were just... And then Justin Bieber came on.
And I
was
recorded
like,
ourselves singing that.
And sent it to Felicia.
I just sent it to Felicia, and she was like, oh, it looks like y'all are having a fun time. And I didn't read the text until we were laying in bed that night, and I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
She doesn't care.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm singing the wrong words.
Oh!
Yeah, singing the wrong words. Having the best time of my life. But I just felt the need to send it to Felicia right then in that moment. That's how much I think about you. Anyway.
Yeah, so he was great. Ended, and then we tried to go back to the tour bus.
And there was a sweet little old man. He was like, are y'all good? Are y'all good to walk back to the parking garage by yourself? And I was like,
yeah.
He was just guarding the tour bus. My car just locked.
Oh my god, that's scary.
He was just guarding the tour bus. And I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, man, we're good.
Well, we were like, well, we do need directions to our car, though.
Well, that's kind of our cover.
Yeah.
Our cover was asking him for directions, but we were kind of like slightly waiting.
Yeah.
I was like, well, is he going to like come out? And he was like, well, I did see them take food in, so it might be a while. And I was like,
Good.
You're the real MVP, little old man. You're so cute.
Little old man.
You're so cute. So anyway, after that, we went to Waffle House, had that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. And
the lady in there, though, she was not nice.
But the guy was really
nice. The guy
nice.
was talking shit about her.
Yeah. He was like, when she leaves, we'll turn on the jukebox.
Yes. Because you were like, why isn't there music here?
Yeah.
It's so quiet.
He was the only one that was like actually like halfway didn't hate his life.
Yeah.
The other 2 girls in there did. So then we went home.
Yeah, and then the next day we
We're depressed.
We did our sister-in-law's hair. Talked to them a little bit. We went to IKEA.
Yeah.
Did that.
I had some shitty ass coffee. That was not good. It tasted like water with a splash of espresso.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. Then we ate at Hawaiian Bros. That was the weekend. It was really fun. And now we're back to real life.
And we wanted to do this podcast before we forgot about how great it was.
Yeah.
And like we talk about it every day. We talk about how great it was every day.
People probably hate us. It's fine. Okay, well, we gotta go to work.
Okay, well, stay tuned to next season.
All right. We'll see you later.
Have a good day, week, whatever it is, and